we did do, we did several graphs, linear graphs with tables as well. So hopefully the technique itself is not foreign to us. And again, if you're letting the calculator do a lot of this heavy lifting for you, then hopefully it goes pretty well, right? So on this one, let's go ahead and make ourselves a table. Put it right here. So we got X and Y values. Again, I would like to have at least 5 values there. Oh, but that's 4. That is a 5th one. Okay. Now on this one, I don't really care about the base being 1/5. Okay, but what I do care about is that I got X minus 3 up there. Now, if you think about this, to get the exponent, the full exponent to equal 0, the value of X that would make that exponent 0 would be 3. So I'm going to put 3 right in the middle. And then I'm just going to go in both directions, right? So I'd go downwards, that'd be 2, 1, and then upwards, 4 and 5. And again, if I have 5 values, that should be enough to see what the pattern is. But I'm specifically using 3 in the middle because it should give me an exponent that is 0, which correspondingly should mean that I should get a 1 y value. But we'll check, okay? Let's start with X is 1. Okay, so that's f of 1 equals 1/5, still in parentheses, but that's 1 minus 3. That'd be 1/5 to the power of -2. Now you could reciprocate that and make it 5 to the power of 2, but it's just 25. I recommend using your calculator for that, okay? So I got the ordered pair 125. That's not actually going to fit on this graph, right? Because it looks like it definitely doesn't go up to 25. So 125 is not going to be there, but it's still good to see. All right, what if we made the X value 2? Well, then it'd get 1/5. Oh, there's a 5. That's a 5. To the power of 2 minus 3. So that'd be 1/5 to the power of now -1. But that just reciprocates the fraction into 5. So we get the ordered pair 2, 5. And this again, since I've kind of forced this X value to be 3 next. I'm expecting the Y value to be 1, right? Because the exponent should be 0. So we got 1/5 to the power of 3 minus 3. That's 1/5 to the power of 0, which is 1. So yeah, that we did that one correct. How about the next one where the X value is 4? F of 4, there we go. Well, that'd be 1/5 then to the power of 4 minus 3, which is 1/5 to the power of 1, which is just 1/5. But like I said before, I'm not going to show the fraction because the decimal is a little bit easier to graph. 0.2. That's a nice decimal to graph. How about this next one? So that's X is 5, right? F of 5. So 1/5 to the power of 5 minus 3. That would be 1/5 to the power of 2, which is 1/25. I don't know what that decimal is, so I'm going to go to my calculator for that one. 1/25. Use the double arrow button if you got to, but I got 0.04, which is pretty close to 0. I can't even round that up to 0.1. So I'll just try to make this as close to 0 as I can, all right? In any case, this is what it looks like, right? So we got, I'll start with, well, I can't do 125, but I can do 2, 5. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is right here. Yeah, because our scale is 1, right? So we got 3, 1, 2, 5, then 3, 1 is here. Then I got 4 and 0.2. That's going to be pretty rough. 4 and 0.2. Yeah, it's again, 0.04. Where the crap is that? It's pretty close to that x-axis, though, okay? All right, so what would happen here if we went even lower? So we know that 125, it's way up here, right? So even as I make this line, I'm going to try to make it not cross this x value that's 1. Let's go and see what that looks like. So I know, and by the way, this would be considered the y-intercept, even though I know it's not going through the y-axis because I made the exponent 0. However you want to look at it, okay? But it's not that it is the y-intercept, it's that it's related to it. Okay, so I get this kind of black line right here. And then to the right, you know, even right now, I would just kind of like stop right there. You're welcome to continue that line though, upwards if you want. But yeah, again, we see this line. This is kind of like 1/5 to the power of x. It's just the -3 has moved it to the right 3 units. Okay, so it's kind of like if you had the y-axis right here. Again, where the y value is 1, that's kind of like what would have been our y-intercept, but it's just been shifted over to the right 3. Now, you don't have to know why it shifts to the right 3 yet, but you may notice if you do this enough what the pattern is there. The truth is, if you can, right, we see this, the fractional base, we saw the regular base, and then we see stuff that's happening in the exponent. If you can do that, then there shouldn't be anything that's super surprising on the homework. Of course, they're going to use different values, but the process is the same. Use the table, graph the points, connect the points, boom.